What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hey, we got some members in chat. Welcome, guys. My mic is muted. My mic is not muted anymore. Okay, I'll just do that every stream now, I guess. Welcome to the stream. This is a track that I started last night. It's just a bunch of loop cloud loops, and there's a bunch of ideas here that I think will work together. So we're going to kind of flesh this out into more of a song and something that we can kind of use as background music in a stream, that sort of thing. My hair is annoying me. Stay. So, how's everyone doing? My chat isn't working inside of my streaming software, so I have to manage a bunch of extra windows today. It's a little annoying. Starting the stream took 2 attempts. So let's just work on this. I don't really have a plan, but I'm just gonna, I know that there's several different kind of layers in here that can sound good together. I'm actually gonna bring everything down to begin with. I need to organize this into groups. So we got people from France, UK. Where is everyone from? It's pouring rain here in Canada today, in BC. But yeah, I figured this is the best time to just sit inside and make some music. Not that I really go out on a normal day anyways, on nice days. All right, so I think I got the tracks organized now. I'm gonna unmute everything and start building this up. We got Russia, Sweden, Portugal, more Russia. I'm surprised there's so many people from Russia watching, honestly. I mean, that's about as far away from me as you can get. We've got Michigan, Brazil, Dubai, Ecuador. That's amazing. It's incredible. Have you guys ever used LoopCloud? I'm using LoopCloud today for a lot of these. Well, all these loops so far have been from LoopCloud, but I might bring in some other instruments later on. You know, a lot of, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but in a lot of Twitch streamers got hit with DMCA takedowns for music that they used on stream, and even like not even recently, but like years ago, they're going back and copyright claiming and taking down old videos and stuff like that. So everyone there is kind of in a crisis, and there are some free to use music sites out there, but it's something that I've always kind of considered doing anyways, just like make a royalty-free music library. And like, you know, you're allowed to do that with LoopCloud stuff as long as you make it into a song. And I don't really use copyrighted music in my videos, and it's never really been an issue. But for the people that are game streamers and stuff, you know, they're always looking for new music. So that's kind of what we're doing. Taking some loops, making a song. I'm just renaming tracks. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think I'm zoomed in so you can't see that. Hey, Omri's here. All right, so what do we got here? Start with this first drum loop. I think this is the first thing I found. So what do you guys think about these tracks? They sound kind of cool. There's like, I don't know, 15 loops or something like that. So I'm just going to duplicate this region a few times. And we'll come up with an arrangement that lasts a couple minutes, 2 minutes or so. Omri says it has groove to it. Yeah, I really like adding in little percussion layers. There's one of these. This is like a found sound library or drum loop, and I put on a bit crusher on it. All right, so this first loop, I should really figure out an action to select all items within a region. Come on. Nope, can't do that. If anyone knows that action, that would be cool. I know I'm usually the one that tells you what actions to use, but yeah, I'll just mute everything and unmute the tracks. So I just have a bunch of loops. They're all muted. The tracks are somewhat balanced, so I just basically need to unmute things. And yeah, I can kind of get started. George was asking what bit crusher. I'm using Kawa's. It's a JS effect. He is just incredible when it comes to making interesting JS effects. You wouldn't expect this to come from Reaper when Reaper's own plugins look like this. So this one is in Repack. Okay, so let's start with thinking this ambience thing, or the piano. Maybe bring these ones in. Yeah, so I'll start something like that, and I'll probably need to put some volume automation in here, so I'll just do that. And what else sounds good with that? Okay, and we'll do this. I actually didn't know that Kawa had some paid stuff. I lost my... Let's try this ARP. That too stark of a contrast really loses some energy there, dropping out like that. So I guess I'll keep this going. I think Ka was from Japan, yeah. All right, so gonna continue with this, and let's actually bring in all the drums. We're gonna change up the bass to the synth bass here. We'll keep that fill in on the second one. Oh, the percussion dropped out. That's probably why things change so much. All right, let's try that. Yeah, all right, so I'm just gonna, oops, undo that. I keep hitting Alt instead of Control because I'm used to the Command key being in that position. Okay, so I've duplicated that section so it's the same, and I'm just going to I'll put in the ambience here. Oh, track's turned down. I don't know, maybe I want that ambience from the beginning. Actually, what I'm going to do is make a variation of this one. Let's put in a new track underneath. I'm just going to take this and see what it's like stretched out. See if I can just make this a super long kind of drone here. Not really. No, maybe half that length and I'll loop it. Nope. All right, so how would it be if I just repeat it? What if I reverse every other one? Got a button for that somewhere. Is that reverse? Damn. Can't really crossfade those because it's from the beginning of the item. Helicopter. Automated pitch for a riser. Good ideas. I guess the problem is that it kind of builds too much in this first section. And the base coming in, oh, the base is turned down all the way. That's why it's not building. All right, so I'll just copy this one down. No, I'm not really liking that one either. But yeah, this is sounding kind of cool. It needs like a riser thing. Kind of wish there was a way to just expand these, or maybe just doing this wrong. Search for riser, take out the store, unrandomize it. Okay, here's all my results. I think that's good enough to move on. So we're gonna put that in with the percussion, I guess. Put in a new track, drop that in, and let's ignore that. Okay. Put in a. Can you guys see this? Okay. Yeah, I am zoomed in. Okay. A little bit. I'm going to grab the bottom left corner and drag this over to the peak of this riser. So now my snap will be from this point instead of the beginning of the item. So we'll put that going into the base section. Turn that down a little bit, and let's preview this. That works, maybe a little too loud still. I don't normally do this with lights in my face, it's kind of annoying, but do need to make the camera look nice. All right, so this section's kind of the same for, I don't know, 16 bars. All right, so make a copy of that over here. And then in this section, maybe we'll go back to the drum loops. Back to the electric bass. And all right, so someone was, what if you drop it a couple octaves? What do you mean by drop it? The uplifter, the reverse symbol? The robot dance part. Robot dance part. Is that this? Oops. Let's drop it 12. You hear it. I kind of like that. So I'm gonna just make a dupe of that below it, and so I'll have 2 layers of that. All right, and I'm gonna make this one mono. All right, so the next section, I'm probably going to come back to the piano. I don't think we've had a section with the piano and kind of the steady kick and snare. All right, let's see what we got so far. Thanks for your suggestions, guys. It makes this a lot less lonely, I guess. I haven't used Realm in a while. All right, so that transition between sections a bit off because we don't have a uplifter sort of thing there. In these types of loop-based compositions, it would be cool if Reaper had a marker-based transposition feature like Mixcraft, Cakewalk, Chord Track, like S1. Yeah, a lot of people have been looking for that, and I don't know. Maybe someday. It almost seems like something that's too easy to do, kind of, and that's why they haven't done it. But I'm kind of surprised that a user hasn't built something as well. I don't know. Am I going to leave the stream on YouTube? Yeah, I will. I think so. I usually do. I don't know. So, they're a little hard to find on the channel page, though. You have to go to the uploads, and then there's a toggle for videos or live streams. All right, so let's go back to LoopCloud and use this one. No. That's a little too suspenseful. Some of these are just so long. It's like impossible to audition them in the song. I kind of like that one. I think it was this one I liked. Is that the one? I've already forgotten. I'll buy this one. a pan sweep on the whoosh loop. Let's try that. You guys know about this feature? I'm sure you do. Automation items. I think I could do let's do a triangle wave and a little bit faster, maybe not quite so wide. And then yeah, that's a cool effect. Good idea. So just in case that wasn't like clear on the oops, my shortcut is, what the hell is the zoom in shortcut again? Just in case it's not clear what I did there, I made a LFO with triangle shape. I used the frequency skew to make it faster over time. And I can control the strength with amplitude. Yeah, that is a really cool effect, and I'm going to send that into the reverb one more time. I think it needs some sort of like bang effect. If anyone's wondering why I'm using Loop Cloud instead of just going to my sample library, because this computer doesn't have a sample library in it yet. My hard drives are all Mac formatted, so it's kind of difficult to get everything off there. Eventually, I'll build up a library, but basically I'm just making the library of stuff that I'm actually using, and I've got a lot of Loop Cloud credits to use anyways. May as well. These are not like the right kind of effects that I'm looking for. What would you call it if there's like a really loud kind of reverby snare or something like that? I'll search for reverb snare. These are all tonal. That's weird. Kind of like that, I guess. I mean, maybe I can tune one of these to F. This is not... There it is. And down it. No. Oops. Kind of works. Yeah, impact is probably the better thing to search for that, but I think that kind of works. Okay, maybe I'll start bringing in these ambience loops here. All right, I'm just gonna let's get rid of those and let's copy these over again. Muted. Idiot. Okay. I found a mistake there. I can't put a snare there because then it would put a snare on the 1 and it just sounds kind of weird. I don't know. Doesn't it sound, it sounds kind of weird. It doesn't sound like an impact anymore. Maybe I just need to trim off the start of it. Come on. Okay, and in the chat, Paul was saying, Busy Mix, can you render any stems or start locking tracks now? I don't need to. Like, it's all loops, so it's not really taking any CPU load. Where's my performance meter? Barely touching the CPU. Yeah, Chris, you barely got any tracks. The thing with using loops is like so much of the mixing is already done. So, like this drum track. That would be like 3 or 4 tracks there. This other one. That's like 6 tracks on its own. I don't know. On different days, I'll do all that as well. But using the loops, it's really just a matter of finding things that work together. I think that's a skill, and then mixing them so that they're not clashing and stuff like that. Scrolling gets tiring. Yeah, scrolling could be tiring, but you can also use lots of shortcuts to hide things you're not using and all that kind of stuff. So, can you see that? I don't think you can see that. So I've got shortcuts for bass, drums, percussion, all tracks. You don't need to scroll so much when you do that. I'm just kind of typing an email here on my other screen, so I still save it for later. It's definitely distracted me. What was I gonna say? You still have a lot of acid loops? Yeah. Yeah, LoopCloud's my go-to for loops. There's also a lot of good ones that come with Native Instruments Complete Start pack. And where else did I get some? Those are the 2 main ones that I use. So I think this needs maybe a change up in the hi-hats. Let's do a closed hi-hat. loop. Let's check what I have in my library first. No. Let's actually check what's free first. All right, I'm kind of liking this one. All right, processed. That's quantized. All right, let's catch up on some of the questions. Closing the folder tracks would help with visual confusion. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So there's a little toggle there to collapse or super collapse them. I usually keep them open, and then I can change sizes of things really easily. What's the other question there? Do I use anything to trigger loops in real time? I don't. I do own a Cuneo. I don't use it all that much. I kind of like it, but it's I would only use maybe 5% of its abilities. I don't use any of the 3D touch sort of things on it. There was a question. What are the gray-green markers above the bars section on top of the timeline? So these are regions. So you can use these to mark song sections. You can use them to, if you double click below one, it will set your loop markers or your time selection to those. You can name it. So this is, I don't know, main. And you can number it. You can set a color. So that sort of thing. You can use it to rearrange your song. So you can just drag them and move them around. Hold Control key to duplicate. Yeah. Super useful. One of my favorite things. Got to use them. Yeah, you're welcome. Crispy high frequency stuff sounds best. I don't know. With these loops, sometimes they kind of sound bad, but like, I don't know. I care more about if they're serving the purpose that I need. Like, this is kind of a crappy tambourine sound, like a toy tambourine almost. Actually gonna EQ this. That's close to 3 minutes. All right, I'm gonna take a break from this one. And I'm gonna open up another one from the other day. Oh, my loop cloud went nuts. My loop cloud disconnected. Okay. Here's another one that I started. This one's got a lot less in it. One of the things that I did was take some MIDI thing. I don't remember what. Maybe it was this. I took something and then applied Valhalla Shimmer as a printed reverb effect on it for the intro. So this one's a mix of loops and MIDI. This one's a much different vibe. So this one's a much different vibe. It's, again, just something I started in an evening sort of thing. It sounds like a knife being sharpened or something. Yeah, this here, right? So this is actually Tal Uno LX, just using the noise on it. And at the end of the song, oh, I've got what's the automation on it? I've got a bit of automation on here. So I'm using panning automation, and I've got a filter sweep sort of thing. Pretty cool. I think that's actually how this song started, just using that. That was the first thing I added in here. There's two more Tal Uno LX, Celesta and Mellow Piano. I actually don't even have my preset pack that I did a review on installed on here. So that's these piano sort of sounds. And I'm EQing them to make them a bit brighter. And what do we have here? It's just like a solid sub bass sort of thing. Might actually compress it. Sure, why not? Okay, I've got this live hip hop drums. No effects on this. No routing on this. But like, this is something that would take me forever to try to program. So I'm happy to use loops like this. That like side stick, like slightly off pattern, it's like impossible. And there's some mixed percussions. I love little loops like that. They just add so much movement to the song without making it feel faster or, you know, not changing the tempo or anything. Livens things up. Then I got a kick and a snare. And I got the snare going into replica. Dotted eighths note. And did I automate that? I did not automate that. It's just quiet. It's just turned down for some reason. I had a hi-hat loop in there that's just muted. Oh yeah, what'd I miss? Pluck sounds, thorn pad. I keep forgetting that I'm zoomed in. You can't see my whole screen. So, really cool synth. I'm sure I've talked about it before in a video. And then pluck sound. And then got arpeggiator. So this is a trickier one to flesh out into a longer song, I think. I don't think it needs more contrasty sections. The entire thing is about, I guess it's about 2:46. So no, wait, that's not the length. The length is 2.5. So it is about 2.5 minutes, but at the same time, it doesn't feel. It feels too short, but I don't want to start repeating things either. I don't know. Scott, it was the Thorn sequencer arpeggio. I've got Vinyl Crackle, but I'm just too lazy to connect my drive or to download it. So I'm just gonna get this sample, bring this in. Let's see how it sounds going up to there. I think that little thing makes a big difference. Just adding in a little bit of movement with that kind of quiet piano-like thing. I'm using General Dynamics to make sure that there's no sudden peaks with those crackle sounds. Not really a fan of this plugin from Kakos, but it does a good job with this sort of thing. Welcome all the new people here. I lost my window. There we go. Who's skipping work to watch this today? Be honest. So I guess the sensible thing is to just extend some of these middle sections by like just repeat them. Because this section is different than this one. This one doesn't have the loop. This one doesn't have the main kick and snares, the hi-hat. All right, so now this is about 80 bars, 3.5 minutes or so. So did that section feel too long? I think it kind of did. This one. So this one needs like a filter sweep or something like that. So let's add some movement in here in these sections. I'll just move this around a little bit. I'll do it in that mode though. I don't want it to move all the time. Oops, wrong button. Okay, So that's, I actually didn't want to do gain. I wanted to do frequency. Band for frequency. Show track envelope. And all right, I'll try that. Okay. I'm actually gonna grab a snack real quick, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Don't leave. I'll be right back. You are absolutely right, Chris. So I will also automate something else. So I'll automate maybe band gain a little bit. And I'll do that, I don't know, maybe like half as frequently. I know you said to do it on an odd or even amount, but I don't know. Let's try something like that. I kind of like the distortion automation. So I'm going to go into, what do I want? Latch mode, I guess. I'll move that a little bit. Okay. So there's some kind of random automation on that, and that can move to the end song. Okay. So I'm kind of feeling stuck with that one, but I made an improvement today, so that's good. Let's do a new one. So, I want to suggest a style or something like that. I don't know. All right. Go to my library, and no, I'm going to look for kick on the store, but in my library. What do I have? Ambient. BPM of 70. Let's try BPM of 70. And I'll use this kick. And I'll loop it on every bar for 17 bars. How do you feel about that? I don't like that one. It's weird. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, drag. Yeah, this is weird, but I like it. I'm gonna try to mute my mic when I'm eating, by the way. I'm going to bring this one in just to kind of tie it all together so it was a little less random. Kind of liking these, especially these first two. How's that sound? Good? Bad? Yeah, that much bass. Yeah, I'm not good with this sort of bass stuff. It's, I don't know. It feels like it's missing a lot. And I don't want it to be like really repetitive either. All right, so I might have to chop this up into like quarter notes or something. Oops. Put one of them there. Something like that works better, but it's still kind of repetitive. Is it better without bass? Yes, this, absolutely this. This says it's a vocal. Yeah, I still don't know about these bass loops. I kind of like them, like especially like just this, because it's so doomy. I also like these drones, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get them to loop very well. Sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you guys. Just kind of concentrating on this. Setting up sort of a Doom base processing. Sorry, that was loud. But now all these bases are going through all these distortions, so kind of got to balance these. right, so I'm gonna mute all these. And here's what we have so far. Okay, so it's over too quickly, I think. I think it needs a couple bars of just like this deep bass. Maybe just even have this come in here. I haven't saved yet. I like it. It's not really what I set out to do today, but it's cool. Sounds like music from a game when you choose players and weapons. Yeah, loading screen sort of thing. Intro lobby thing. All right, so I need to get some more instruments on this computer. I really don't have much on here at all. How long have I been streaming for? Two hours and 15 minutes. Metro Exodus is such a great game. I gotta get the DLC because I want to play it again. I want to play it all the way through and then do the DLC again. Or not again, but with the DLC. I went back to playing the older Metro games, and I wish they just got rid of the supernatural stuff, because it would be great without that. The supernatural and the sci-fi stuff. If it was just people fighting people in the Metro, it would be a great game. The mind controlling alien stuff, nah, get rid of that. I guess some of the ghost stuff was cool, but just like the whole end of the game fight in the first game was pretty dumb. Keep the mutants, but get rid of the aliens. Mike says, thanks to you, I was able to begin using Reaper for film scoring in time to get an entry in for that Westworld competition. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for letting me know that. That's awesome. I'd like to know what was the biggest struggle with that? Were you experienced with DAWs already? Let's do something with that. Maybe a little less resonance. All right, back to Loop Cloud. And I'm gonna get some snare without reverb. The biggest struggle was yourself? Second guessing yourself, that sort of thing? What tempo? I think that's a little bit too fast. So maybe a little too fast still. Oh, it's not synced. Oh, that's not what I want. What's the point of the track limit? Well, Loop Cloud's a standalone app, so you can kind of build your own song right inside Loop Cloud. Like if you have the full version, you have effects too. So you can layer 8 different things, kind of build out something that works on its own, and then drag that out as a single loop. So that's kind of the advantage. I never really go past 4. I think you get a pretty good variety of stuff of features with the free version. And can you let me know if the free version also comes with the drum and play apps or plugins? Because they're pretty cool as well, but they do end up crashing pretty frequently. All right, so I've got 2 snares in here, I think. And I usually layer up snares. So often I'll do something like that. I was trying to get a kick in there and then it wouldn't let me bring them in separately. Forgot how. Oh, it does come with the plugins? So the Loop Cloud features and limitations have changed quite a lot. I guess I'll just use this one. And I want this on quarter notes. I want this on half notes. And bar 17. It's not really the kick that I wanted, but I'll replace it in a bit. Let's turn on quantizing. Yeah, the one of the features that I like most about Loop Cloud Drum, I showed this in maybe not the last stream, but maybe the stream before. They include this sequencer in it. So gotta get outside of my loop. So they've got the sequencer built in, and it's similar to an MPC or something like, or like a TR series things. There's a velocity repeat function, 2 patterns built in. But if you like what you've made here, or if you don't want to program using Reaper's sequencer, you can go to the export, click on MIDI, render MIDI, and then drag it in. And so then you have all of the options for manipulating it inside of Reaper if you wanted. But yeah, you can just program your loops in here and then export them. You don't even have to use the sounds from here, but just having that step sequencer like this, I think that's a pretty valuable thing. That's one of the best free sequencers I've seen. I think I'd probably rather use that than the Megababy sequencer built in. All right, so I don't know. It'll do something like that. I'm probably going to end up just programming it in. I don't know. The plugin is limited to stereo out, but I think you can export audio. It's kind of weird that it loads with a random preset each time. You can do an audio mix down or export samples. I don't know. I was thinking you could export individual files. Maybe not. You can always solo them and export them as separate tracks. I don't know. It's just like a quick drum machine. All right. This is probably the wrong octave. Maybe that would help. I hate this. Once again, it came out sounding more hip hop than synthwave. Is it the BPM? I don't know. Where do you pick that up? Give me a minute. I know I've got it around. I've got a special link. All right, so the link in the chat will take you to that purchase page for that Tau Uno, and if you buy it or anything on the site, it'll kick back something to me. And also Loop Cloud, I have a special link as well. Anyways. This beat is too hip-hop. It's bugging me. All right. Having a real crisis here. Nothing's working. I mean, it's working fine, but I just have no ideas. Why does my why does my contact look like that? What is going on? Oh, there we go. Oh, and then I don't even have the thing I want in here. Cool. Well, I'll at least load Analog Dreams in here. And I'm going to bring in drums from another Kontakt patch that I don't have in Kontakt 6 format. But I need to do this through the browser. So use Vaporwave Kick. And hat loops. Chris, for your MacBook, you can get one of the newer MacBooks. I've got the 2015 model. It's been pretty solid, but it's nothing close to like what this PC can do. I've heard that the newest one is great, and it'll last you probably again like, I don't know, 7 years or something. So I guess my vote is for the 2016 current model. If you want to go Mac or Mac Mini, if you don't want to build a PC and switch over. I don't really like the Windows, or I just don't like the Windows operating system. But I can't deny that this is much more powerful and does everything I need. We haven't dropped a single frame this stream. I guess I shouldn't say that. I think we did lose some, but yeah, Hackintosh is definitely a possibility. I'm looking into it with this. I think everything is compatible. I just need to get another drive, and then I don't know. I don't really want to like maintain two different systems in one computer, but I did already buy Windows, so it's kind of like a waste of money if I just never use it again. I don't know. It's kind of nice to have both. Would I like Windows for sure? Yeah. Windows 10 is not as bad as I expected it to be, but there's still a lot of things that I prefer about the Mac, especially when it comes to just managing your files. So, so things like this, like on Mac, you can right click, give it a color or a tag, and you can't do that. There's a really annoying thing where anytime I would go to a folder that had an audio file in it, all these columns would be different. So in case anyone is looking for how to fix that, you select one of the folders and you go to properties and then customize, and you optimize the folder for general items instead of on music or videos, and apply that to all subfolders. It didn't seem to work selecting all the track or all the folders at once. But yeah, it was really annoying to do that. Yeah, there's a lot of people running Hackintosh. It's a little bit trickier if you're on an AMD system, but it is possible. What instruments do I play? Guitar and bass, poorly. Tad, that's a great tip. Yeah, chewing gum. I just don't know what to do with this spot here. Like, should it just go there and I repeat these two? That's, yeah, that sounds like something I would like. And this, I just need to figure out which thing is doing that effect, though. I think it's a sample rate. It's sounding okay now. Starting to hear something in my head for like a melody, but I'll probably fuck it up trying to play it. That's the note. I'll start with that. I might do another one of these with the arpeggiator. It was a little hard to tell if it was working without the sustained notes backing it up. I don't have chords there, just single notes. All right, so this is another kind of auto panning situation. Who's been here since the beginning? Anyone? Anyone catch the beginning of the stream? Something about resolving to G sharp. One of these ones. I'm not sure if I'm bothered by that. Or is it this one? I don't know. I think I prefer how it was. Why is that not working? There we go. Okay. Have we been streaming too long? I don't know. I'm running out of steam, guys. I think that's a good place to end it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fun. This has been like, what, 3 hours? Over 3 hours. Flew by, actually, but definitely time for another coffee. I got to finish my lunch here. I've been snacking on it, picking at it, but I don't want to eat in front of you guys. So, yeah, let's end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this will be up on the channel. Check the channel page under the live streams, either the playlist or there's a, if you choose uploads, there's another option for live streams. They kind of hide them, but anyways, it'll be up if you missed anything. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll be able to do this kind of on a regular basis, but I don't have a set schedule planned. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And new video out on Monday. It's already done, but just it's scheduled because it's a sponsored video. But yeah, see you guys. Have a great day.